for those moments where maybe you've reached a new level in your life and you feel like you're running and hitting literally a brick wall and you feel like you can't break through it, this is the practice for you. We are going to get into the workings of the mind so that you can understand that that wall is literally just there as an illusion to show you that you can literally dissolve it with the power of your prana, your energy, your chi. You're going to be able to expand your capacity to receive. And so if you've been on the EDM yoga journey for a while, you're already really well versed in how to get into alignment with what you want. But there's still those moments, right, in your life where you're like, I know what the practice is, but I'm losing my mind right now and I don't know how to get back into alignment. And so stop with the mind and just drop into your practice. And the practice every single time is going to move and shake up the energy in your body. Because when it's stuck energy, it's not the vibe and you can feel it. It's like your skin's crawling. You're having these thought patterns that maybe aren't even your own. They're programmed. And so we get to go in and really get into this idea of being able to see those patterns as blessings. There actually are opportunity. There are opportunity to flip the script, see things differently, and actually hold more. So when that fear-based stuff comes up, it's literally just your guide's universal source energy telling you that you're on a new level. And that's great news. So go ahead and ground into the sitting bones, grow tall through the spine. Hands come together and we rub the hands, palms together. Starting to deepen the breath and tuning in your mind, you say in. Exhale, you say out. That's infinitely now. Exhale on universal time. Audible exhales in HA. One more. Hold at the top, press the hands together, lift the pelvic floor. Audible exhale. In, out, in, out. In the nose, out of the mouth. Start to feel your body arriving in the present moment. You're tuning in, you're sending a signal out. Your aura is vibrating and pulsating. You've arrived. In, out, in, out. Inhale. Hold. Pull up the pelvic floor. Relax the shoulders. Grow taller through the spine. Lock the chin lock. Keep holding. Pure presence. Sip a little more air in. Audible exhale. Let all the air fall out of your mouth. Keep breathing out. Breathe out more, breathe out more, breathe out more. Hold the breath. Pull up the pelvic floor. Mula Bandha. Feel this moment. Eye gaze inwards and upwards to the third eye. A little flutter of the eyelids. When you're ready, breathe it in. In, out, in, out. Breathe in. Hold. Audible exhale. Hold. When the time is right, allow your breath to return to neutral. Relax your hands to your lap, palms face upwards in a gesture of receiving. You can catch the full hour-long class in our EDM Yoga portal at www.edmyoga.com. For now, we'll take you to the end of the class to allow you to drop deep into your meditation and understand the workings of the mind. It's all in your imagination. And your ability to be able to imagine is going to determine whether you're able to break through those brick walls a lot faster. Because when your human sees a brick wall, all you have to do is close your eyes and think from the end and imagine the reality that you wish to have in front of you. Now, for giggles, imagine you're laying down on the beach and it's the sky that's above you. And you have sand underneath you. And you have waves out in front of you and palm trees behind you. Now, your ability to imagine something so simple like this is actually flexing those imagination muscles so that when you get into a situation where you really need to be able to see things differently and start to create a new reality for yourself, that you're going to be able to do it with ease. So now we'll go ahead and do a little bit more of an intense visualization. So I want you to think about the most outrageous possible case scenario thing that you would want to be able to manifest, bring into your life, but then also to be able to amplify that thing. So it's one thing to just manifest it and bring it in, but it's another thing to be in a position to hold it, and not only hold it, but then amplify it and make it grow. So when you look at that in your mind, I like to start with just visualizing the space that I'm in, and I think penthouse energy. My mind is a penthouse, and there's no low frequency energy allowed up there. No one else's key fob can get up to the penthouse, period. So if I find myself telling a story of what I don't want, I'm thinking thoughts of fear and anxiety, I just plummet it down into the basement. And so all I have to do is get back into my emotional elevator with my breath, breathing in, breathing out, resetting the setting. And when you become really skilled at this, and that's the most important thing, is you need to be prepared and you need to have this skill on tap before this outrageous thing comes in, because manifestation is always about the next logical step. So if it feels like it's a Bible level miracle, it's not ready. You're not ready to receive said thing. So I want you to think about the Bible level miracle thing, and I want you to think about how it feels and how you would show up if you had that thing. And then I want you to live your life like that every single day. What would you wear? What would your sleep schedule be like? Who would you be having conversations with? Visualize it, see it, feel it in your mind. Final rest, Shavasana. And you start to notice that this version of yourself holds the penthouse frequency. There's never any chitter chatter about, should I do this? Should I do that? I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do that. Is this person mad at me? Blah, blah, blah. There's none of that. It's expansive. It's open. The views are insane. There's no time to worry because you're in flow. Because you're so passionate about what you do. Because you got moves to make. You got brick walls to dissolve. And now while you are building this relationship with your future self, and know that this is your future self that you are seeing right now without question. Happening now. It's all now. Quantum physics, my loves. So listen to what that future self has to say to you. And your future self, and when you're channeling, it's just like when you work with AI, you have to have a good prompt. So if you prompt AI, it'll do its job. But if you don't really prompt it that well, you're not going to get much out of it. So prompt your future self, your highest self, your soul perspective, right now with this prompt. I'm so excited to hear and feel and sense 3 things that I can do every single day to align to my highest timeline. Setting the intention and making a promise to yourself that you're about to embark on this beautiful quantum journey. You are about to step into that role, and you already are living the role right now. Every single second of your life, it's the way I like to think about it is almost like a dress rehearsal. You're in the dress rehearsal portion. So you got to get dressed up. You got to do the thing. You got to be the person who has it now. And then when it's time for the full tilt show, you're ready. Breathe it in. Hold. Audible exhale. Hold the breath. Starting to make small movements with the next breath in. Wiggle the fingertips, wiggle the toes, rub the hands together, rub the feet together, whatever feels good. Get the body back online. Soul and body synced up, rock and roll, up to sit or go side to side. And once you've found that seat, take a moment to just sway. Yes, I am that. I am. Always have been, always will be. Finding neutral and center, rubbing the hands, palms together. Audible exhale. Press the hands together, thumb knuckles into sternum, long spine. Feeling that energy, knowing that everything's adding up, knowing that your story is so profound and that every single step you take is adding up. Big breath in, full breath out. The light within me seeks, sees, and smiles at the same within each of you. Together we bow and say Namaste. It's really incredible because when we take the action in our life, it's like kind of crazy and a little bit intense. But I had this dream the other day that I want to relay to you guys, and I was really freaked out because I was like lucid dreaming. And this old lady, she was just so mean to me. She was like pointing out all of my flaws, everything that I like really am like nervous about within myself, like my inner critic. And I was like, who is this lady? That's so mean. And then there was this really, really nice old lady who was just on point. She was like channeling the codes. She gave me so many good downloads. One of which was there's two polarities of SOS. It's save our ship or sold out shows. You decide. You decide. And I immediately was like, that's me from the future. Immediately I knew, but I had no idea who this other old lady was. And then I woke up and I'm journaling about it, and I'm like, on the quantum timeline, that other old lady was me who didn't follow her dreams because she was so critical of herself that she just had so much time to criticize everybody else. And so she was really upset and not at the highest frequency. But then I was like, and I love her. I love her because I understand her, right? So the 3D, the 4D, and the 5D version of me, they're all gonna happen. It's just a matter of where am I going to be focused, right? The only thing that needs to be different in quantum physics is that the color of one wall is different, and it's a completely different dimensional plane. And so in every single moment since I had that dream, I was like, which old lady am I going to be? And that changed everything. So I hope you apply that. So good. Thank you for being here. I love you so much. At home, all of our friends, make sure you're journaling about this. Journal it out. Journal it out. What are the things that the 3D version of you says and does? And love that part of you. Because when you judge it, you entangle with it. But when you love it, you let it go. I love you. Thank you for being here.